Welcome to the AmeLiaRun channel. My name's AmeLia, and today I will be doing a review of the Puma Magnify Nitro 3. This is a shoe I've purchased for myself via Fleet Feet in my size 8.5M. Like all my reviews, I'll be going over the nerdy details for the shoe and discussing fit, predicting the durability, ride, versatility, and value of the shoe. This is, of course, made with the hope of creating an accessible resource to assist runners of all levels of experience in their search for their right fit. My reviews are time-stamped for easier reference regardless of where and when buyers are shopping. Getting into the nerdy details for the Puma Magnify Nitro 3, this is a daily trainer that toes the line between being a shoe that is equal parts maybe for plush and also lively runs. At 9.3 ounces, the Magnify is far lighter than you'd anticipate from a 40mm heel stack, 30mm forefoot stack with that 10mm drop. It is powered by Puma's nitrogen-infused Piva Super Foam, that nitro foam right there you see. It is a very, very lively foam that is also complemented, sorry, I'm gonna leave that in, by its revolutionary Puma grip. There it is. Everybody loves Puma grip. You might be asking, what is Puma grip? Well, Puma grip is a real grippy kind of like outsole rubber that Puma seems to have found the secret sauce, the Krabby Patty secret formula when it comes to their outsole technology for their shoes. This stuff is great in ice, snow, rain, any condition really. It's just real grippy. It's almost like reminiscent of like a tacky kind of feeling without being without being too sticky, right? When I think of tacky, I think of sticky, but like back in my time with basketball shoes. But these are, because again, I hate to say grippy because it's Puma grip. Oh, I get it, it's grippy, but that is a great way to put it. It's very grippy. It also has an upper that is very wide, even in a standard size. I was really impressed by this. It is available in wide sizes, but I will tell you that the toe box and the midfoot both are actually pretty roomy, which is pretty surprising because I have the Magnify 2 right here. I loved the Magnify 2, but it was kind of narrow. So like if you see by comparison, this is much roomier. Alrighty, let's see with that. Where was I? Right, so it has a stretchy knit mesh, as well as the power tape technology. You can kind of see from the light coming off from my camera. That's kind of like this shape right here. That kind of helps keep form for the shoe as you're running with it. It is priced at $160, and as I mentioned, available in wide sizes too. The Magnify fit true to size. I found, as I said, the upper was very accommodating once I dialed in that lacing to my usual specifications. The upper was I thought that the Magnify 2's upper was really comfortable. The Magnify 3's upper was surprisingly one-upped it. It one-upped it in a surprising way, I should say. It was wonderful. I did not anticipate it being better, right? So I'll say too that an upper makes a lot for a daily trainer, especially for one you're going to be using for something hybrid between easy runs and daily miles. That was here. That was definitely here with the Magnify Nitro 3. I will also say that it's very no nonsense when it comes to how comfortable this shoe is and trying to dial in a fit. It's got a really stretchy tongue here. The material, it's almost kind of reminds me of like a football cleat. When you have thicker socks on, and I didn't always wear thick socks with these, but I do prefer a nice, more gusseted kind of tongue. So that's points in my book. You know, I think overall the platform might not be the widest, but I think where it counts, like in the midfoot and in the toe box, it does have quite a bit of room. You know, in a class where other daily trainers might be aimed more towards providing cushion versus daily miles, I think the Magnify doesn't feel cumbersome in a way that others might, where, you know, you have to sacrifice efficiency on your daily miles. Maybe you might have to sacrifice some pep in your step for a little bit extra cushion. You know, something that I really thought, and this is kind of going off tangentially from how I usually structure these, but you know, when the Magnify 3 was announced, I was very surprised because, you know, the Puma Mag Max was a very popular shoe that had just come out a few months before, and it made me think, like, is that kind of gonna replace the Magnify? I was not anticipating the Magnify 3 to completely go its own path. I like this far more than the Mag Max, I can tell you that, without a shadow of doubt. I do fully expect this shoe will stand the test of time. This Puma grip has been wonderful. I've ran about 50 miles in these. Only place I can really see any wear is like in my usual spots down there in the lateral side of my foot, just from where I usually hit on my underpronation in the back right for this particular right shoe. You know, even then, like the actual rubber itself and like the outsole don't actually show wear, so it's really just from that little bits of foam that I kind of clipped a bit. That might not be the case for everybody. I start at my midfoot and usually work my way up. No real signs of wear, even like from like some gravelly, like more like gravelly kind of like, you know, like in the end of the winter when you get like all the rocks and whatnot get into the road and kind of in that mush. I was expecting that to tear these shoes up worse than they actually really did. Getting into the ride, versatility, and value for the shoe, the Magnify truly feels like the best of both worlds when it comes to daily training. It's cushioned, it is efficient. I'm not going to sit here and say that you can do strides in these, but it definitely can pick up the pace a bit if you're feeling like a little spicier for your daily miles. I also find it very forgiving if you're taking it slow in it. But I do like the little bit of bite it has too. So, you know, if you're having a run where you're like, I can't really figure out how I'm feeling today, it'll go as slow as you want to go. It'll go as bitey as you want to go there, within reason, right? Like I said, you're not going to be out here like making PRs on your mile run when you're wearing something like this. But I don't think that's the point, right? The Nitro foam's helping you give a little bit of a pop, but it's not necessarily dominating the run. I would say, you know, for faster runners, I could see the Magnify being a great easy day shoe. And for everyone else, I think this shoe is going to be an excellent daily trainer option that, again, can do a little bit of everything. I only ever really use it for daily miles or the weather is yucky. For lack of a better term, I'm looking out today. It's super wet. It's super rainy. I'm honestly thinking about just lacing these up once I'm done with the review. It's really easy to just go for these when the weather is bad. At $160, I will say that the Magnify is priced slightly above average, but I think the value is here. It's a daily trainer that can handle easy, long, and even soggier or icier days out there with ease. It's definitely better than even some like 180 plus shoes. I just reviewed one that you should be seeing a couple weeks here. It's like $200, and I'm like, I would take this over that any day of the week. Because again, higher price doesn't necessarily mean better. I do think that for like a daily trainer, I think 170, 180 is starting to be kind of like the sweet spot for premium shoes. 50 is what I'm kind of thinking like a good daily trainer might land into, but that's a discussion for a whole other video. Getting into my final thoughts for the Puma Magnify Nitro 3. This is the Goldilocks shoe. It is not too cushioned, not too scarce. It's not so fast, and it's not so slow. It's a perfect balance that makes it essential recommendation for anyone looking for a reliable daily trainer. This is on the front page of the Puma shoes to me, and I think it is an easy banana nice award. Hope you found this review helpful. If you have any questions regarding this shoe, please let me know. Please consider subscribing. I try at the very least to do weekly running shoe reviews similar to this. With that said, hope you're all staying healthy and safe. I'll see you all in the next review.